Welcome to Planet Microcap. I'm your host, Robert Kraft, and joining me right now is the team from LiveWorld. It's a publicly traded company. The symbol is LVWD on the OTC. From that team, I have Peter Friedman as well as David Houston, and they will be presenting at our upcoming investor conference, the Planet Microcap Showcase, taking place in Las Vegas, April 25 to 27, 2023. For more information, to meet with Peter and David and to see their presentation, please go to planetmicrocapshowcase.com. And with that, gentlemen, thank you for joining me today. How are you doing?
We're good.
We're great. Thanks.
All right. Well, this is actually our first time doing an interview together. You guys did a presentation for our virtual back in December, but this is the first time we're talking, just so casually like this. So can you start us off? I'm going to come to you on this, Peter. Can you start us off with a quick overview and history of the company for those that aren't familiar with LiveWorld?
Of course. LiveWorld is a digital marketing agency. In addition to the full array of services that an agency provides, we have specialized expertise in creative, social media, and compliance. And the solutions span the agency creative and strategy, moderation and engagement on social media, and technology platforms and applications. With these, we essentially manage digital marketing campaigns and social media presence for very large brands. I started the company about 27 years ago, coming out of Apple, where I was the VP and general manager of the Internet Services Division. And we've evolved the company over time. And today our primary market is pharma and healthcare.
Very good. And then Peter, one more question coming back at you. For what would you say makes LiveWorld unique and different compared to some of your peers that are also in the space?
Well, first is the fact that we do all three of creative, moderation, and technology. We do these on an integrated basis or a modular basis, and we don't know any other company that does these in-house. Second is that we provide that threesome, that combination, with a very deep knowledge of healthcare. And for the pharma and healthcare markets, it's very, very critical these days to have new, almost disruptive approaches to creative that cut through all the market noise, and to actually engage with doctors and engage with patients on social media. We have that expertise. And to do all that and still remain compliant with FDA regulations, that's a challenge, but that's the thing we're really expert in. We uniquely provide all three. And the third thing that's different, I would say, from an investor's perspective and looking at a bunch of other companies, is we're growing, we're profitable, we're cash positive, and we have a very strong balance sheet with over $3.5 million in cash and no debt.
Absolutely. One quick question, because I know you probably will get this question a lot, potentially in Vegas, or you already asked this question before. So bear with me when I say, some people will see like, okay, you're growing profitable. All right. Why are you staying on the pinks? Why not at a minimum go to the QB or QX in the near term before maybe some other plans down the road? So I'm sure you've gotten that question all the time. Love to hear your thoughts there.
Sure.
David, Peter. Yeah.
Yeah, we do get that question a fair bit. And we do think that there is a point in time where that makes sense for us. We're just not sure that that's right now. We just did last year $11 million in revenue and about $1 million in profit, and generated about $500,000 in cash flows. The issue you have is when you move up, you've got to do the full reporting for the SEC. You've got to do the audits. You've got to do the quarterly reviews. You've got legal fees that you don't necessarily have when you're trying to build a business and grow a business. And we look at that and we say, an audit's going to cost us $150,000 to $200,000 a year. You've got about $50,000 per quarter on a review. So we're looking at those expenses and saying, does it make sense right now to spend that money in that form? Will we get a good return on that investment? We don't think so at this size, because that would cut our $1 million in profit to at least $500,000 in profit last year. So, but we do look at it and say, moving forward, we do see there's going to be some sort of an inflection point where we say, all right, this makes sense for us because we can see the growth of the company and where we're going, and it will make sense for us to move forward.
So David, coming back to you on this one, my next question, from what you can tell us, what would you say are some of the company's value drivers now for 2023?
So it's going to go back to what we just said, growth, right? From a shareholder perspective, that's where they're going to be, where I think they're going to want to be focused on. We're looking to grow our top line revenue, our net income, and our cash for the fourth consecutive year this year. We're a small company. We did just over 11 million last year, $1 million in net income. So we're in growth mode. So the catalyst, which will improve the value of the company, is growth for the shareholders. And I'd say secondarily is we need to be getting out and meeting our shareholders and our potential investors. We need to spread the story of LiveWorld so people know that we're here. But that again will improve the value proposition for the company.
Absolutely. All right. So my final question, and as we said, alluded to, you're going to be in Vegas, chumming it up with some of the folks there, the whole bit. For those that are considering wanting to go to LiveWorld's presentation or potentially do a one-on-one with you guys, what would you say is the main reason why folks should want to engage with you? David, I'll come to you first, and then maybe Peter will wrap it up.
Sure. I would say they're probably the primary reason is going to be to learn about an interesting and compelling company, which is under the radar. We're fundamentally sound, as I said. We're double-digit growth each of the last 3 years while maintaining our profits and our cash flow. Secondarily, I'd say learning about the market opportunity we have in healthcare and how that's going to help continue the growth of the company. And then finally, I would say sort of the investment opportunity. They're going to learn about the company, its recent performance, the market opportunities for us, and the current valuation. This should give them a good idea of what LiveWorld is and the investment opportunity available to them.
Cool. Peter, you want to close it out?
Sure. When you think about LiveWorld, we'd like you to think about solid value. That's why we're here 27 years later, and we're the only company in social media area that was here when I started that's still here. Many have come and gone, but few have survived. That's why, and we're very proud of this, our Fortune 100 clients are willing to pay us more than it costs us to deliver the solutions to them because of the value we provide. It's why our employee team stays, because they have a valuable working environment.
Very good. All right. Well, with that, where can our audience go and find more information on LiveWorld, Peter?
LiveWorld.com, our IR page there would be the best place, I think.
Very good. All right. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me here today. Really do appreciate it. Good luck. Stay safe, and I'll see you in Vegas.
Absolutely.
Thank you
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.